TikTok can't stop watching, and today I'm cooking the 5 most viral recipes that totally blew my mind. Let's dive in! You won't believe how good this looks by the end, and we are only using tomatoes, eggs and a bit of cheese. Yep, that's all it takes to make the most viral breakfast on TikTok. First, slice your tomatoes in half. No need to peel yet, we've got a better way. Next, get your pan hot and add just a splash of water. About 150 ml is plenty. You'll hear that gentle sizzle. That's your morning starting to smell amazing. Lay the tomatoes cut side down. Cover with a lid and let them steam. Just 5 minutes, that's all it takes to loosen the skins. And here's the satisfying part. The skins peel right off. I use tweezers, but fingers work too. Now season the tomatoes right in the pan with half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a full teaspoon of salt, a third of a teaspoon of black pepper and a sprinkle of oregano. Then grab a fork and mash everything together. The tomatoes break down easily after steaming. Give it a quick stir to bring everything together. You'll see the sauce thickening. At this point it already smells like something worth waking up early for. Now grab your mozzarella, 150 grams, blitz it in a blender or just grate it and stir it into the tomato base. Next comes the magic. 5 eggs straight from the magic pocket. Don't stir, don't scramble, just let them sit like royalty in their cheesy tomato throne. They're not guests, they're the stars. Cover again and cook for 5 more minutes, until the whites are set but the yolks are still runny. And that's it! Cheesy, saucy, perfectly poached eggs in a skillet full of flavor. TikTok loves it because it feels fancy, but it's incredibly easy. It's one of those rare recipes where the internet hype is actually real. Just add some toast and breakfast is suddenly next level. You'll want to film your own version after this. Just saying. I saw this all over TikTok like 10 times and didn't believe it until I tried it. It's the fastest bread I've ever made and honestly, shockingly good. First we start simple. 350 ml of water into a baking dish. Then in go 2 grams of dry yeast. Yep, just 2 grams, that's the secret to a slow rise and an airy crumb. Now pour in 20 ml of olive oil, followed by 450 grams of flour. And just like that, we've got the beginnings of magic. Now add 1 teaspoon of salt right on top, mix it all gently with a spatula until there's no dry flour left. The dough will look sticky and a little wild. Don't worry, it's supposed to. I'm still shocked how easy it is. I mixed the dough and my hands stayed clean. Then cover the dish with plastic wrap and send it to the fridge. Let it rest. Chill out. Develop some gluten and personality. How long? Think hours, not minutes. Overnight is best. Next day, look at that. Puffy, rested and ready to become bread. Now it's time to give it structure. With oiled hands, fold the dough inward from all sides. Just gently stretch and tuck like you're wrapping a gift. This folding trick helps build strength without kneading. Even doing it just once makes a big difference. Now dust the top with flour. Flip it onto a floured surface and let the gravity do the work. It's sticky, yes, but that's what makes the inside so light and bubbly. Sprinkle more flour over the top and divide it into 6 rustic pieces. Use a dough cutter if you have one, or just wing it. It's ciabatta, not geometry class. Then transfer each piece onto a parchment-lined tray. Cover with a towel and let them rest for about 30 to 40 minutes. That gives the dough time to puff up and your oven time to get blazing hot. Set it to the highest temperature you've got. Mine goes to 250 degrees Celsius. And bake for 15 minutes, until golden, crispy and loud when you break one open. And here they are. Fresh out of the oven and looking like you bought them from a bakery. Ready? Just listen. That crust crackles, the steam rises, and suddenly you're the kind of person who bakes their own bread. The easiest ciabatta, the loudest crunch, and yeah, it's TikTok worthy. Next up, the pancake bowl that broke TikTok, and the best part, you mix and bake it in the same container, but I've got 6 hungry mouths to feed, so I'm making 6. First goes an egg into each one. I'm using single-serve measurements here. And here's a little hack. If you drop the whole egg in, it hits just right and cracks itself open. All you have to do is take the shell out. I've got more hacks like this over on our Life Hacks channel, links in the description. Next, add in some yogurt, about 120 ml per bowl, plain or vanilla up to you. Then 35 grams of flour, just a little, but enough to give it structure. And now the star of TikTok, 25 grams of protein powder. I only added it to half of them to test. Spoiler, the only real difference is a hint of vanilla flavor, so go with what you've got. Now for the lift, half a teaspoon of baking powder in each one, and just a touch of sweetness, about 1 teaspoon of honey per bowl. Optional, but it gives that golden pancake vibe. Now a whisk out of another magic pocket. Don't ask, just accept it. That's how we cook now. 6 bowls, 6 little pancake batters, ready. Now top them off with berries. I've got raspberries and blueberries today, but anything goes. Just don't overload, this isn't a fruit salad. Into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. They puff up, turn golden and come out looking like baby soufflés. And the taste? It's pancakes, but easier and cuter, with berries. Honestly, I was impressed. Protein or not, each one's a keeper. And yeah, the fridge loves them too. No wonder TikTok went wild for it. Enjoy! You know those recipes that blow up on your feed and you're not sure if they're actually good or just look cool on camera? Well, this one's both. It's cheesy, crispy and made with just a few things you probably already have. Started with an onion, cut off the ends, peel it and slice into rings, about 4 mm thick works great. Then grab a baking tray and line it with parchment. I trimmed mine to fit, just to keep things tidy. Now set a grater right on the tray and get some mozzarella going. Grate a good amount straight onto the parchment. Mozzarella melts into this golden bubbly base that holds everything together. It gets crispy at the edges, but stays just a little stretchy underneath, so you get that perfect bite. Mild, creamy and super satisfying once it bakes. Then spread it out with your hands so it's nice and even. Now place the onion rings right on top of that cheese layer. Then heat it with a generous snowfall of finely grated parmesan. Time to mix a quick spice blend: paprika, salt and garlic powder. Sprinkle that all over the top. It gives the chips a little kick, some depth and that warm savory edge that balances all the cheese. Nothing overpowering, just enough to make each bite pop. Bake at 200 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. When it's done, let it cool for 10 minutes before cutting. Trust me, that's when everything crisps up beautifully. It lifts off the tray in one crunchy sheet. Super satisfying. Break it up, throw it on a plate and you've got these golden cheesy onion chips that somehow taste even better than they look. It's just wow! Enjoy! Next dish, and this one's all about juicy wings with a sticky, flavorful finish. First things first, grab your wings, about 800 grams, enough to fill a tray in a single layer. I'm using flats only, the middle section with 2 bones. Before cutting, I quickly sharpen the knife. It makes slicing between the bones clean and easy. Then I split each flat right down the middle. That way they cook more evenly, look great when served, and the meat pulls off the bone effortlessly. It also gives you perfect little bite-sized portions, great for sharing or not. Now take a jar or a container, we're marinating. Toss all the wings in. Then in a measuring cup, mix up a quick brine, 1 tablespoon salt, 1 tablespoon sugar, 2 bay leaves and a few black peppercorns. Top it off with about half a liter of cold water. Give it a stir and pour that over the wings. Lid on and into the fridge. Let it marinate for at least an hour, but overnight is even better. That extra time helps the flavors soak in and makes it much easier to pull the bones out cleanly after cooking. Now for the sauce. Super simple and packed with flavor. Start with 2 tablespoons tomato paste. Press the packet flat with the lid to squeeze it all out. Add 1 cup of yogurt for tenderness and a creamy base, 1 tablespoon of sriracha for heat, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce for deep umami and saltiness, and 1 tablespoon of mustard to brighten it all up with a sharp tangy kick. Season it with salt, garlic powder and a bit of red chili powder for heat. Then mix it all together until smooth and uniform. Once the wings are done marinating, drain them well and drop them straight into the sauce. Toss thoroughly until every piece is fully coated, no dry spots. Next, line a tray with parchment, lay the wings out and bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. And there it is, golden and glossy, straight from the oven. Give it a second. And yep, the meat just slides off the bone. This tray doesn't last long once it hits the table. Bold, sticky and finger-licking good. Enjoy! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the recipes, feel free to like the video, subscribe for more and tap the bell so you don't miss what's next. New episodes every Sunday. Fast, visual and worth saving.